Gachiakuta has just come out swinging. I'm almost angry that I haven't seen this sooner. In the first 5 episodes, it's already built one of the grimiest creative worlds I've seen in a very, very long time. The art style is insane, the energy is great, and the premise is just a lot more promising than the animes we've seen lately. I'm going to walk you through what's happened so far, what makes the show special, and whether or not it's worth your time. Keep in mind there's major spoilers ahead. Let's break it down. The city of the sphere floats high above the ground. Pristine, orderly and merciless. Its citizens live in comfort, tossing their trash down into the bottomless pit below, never thinking twice about what or who they're throwing away. Below the sphere, in the rusted slums, a boy named Rudo survives by raiding trash dumps. He's a tribesfolk, part of an outcast class descended from criminals, hated by society and constantly watched by enforcers called the Apostles. Rudo's known for wearing gloves, hiding a painful condition on his hands, blackened, scarred and linked to something his biological father did. Only his adoptive dad Regto knows the truth. Despite all this, Rudo has a soft side. He secretly repairs a broken stuffed dog he found in the trash and gives it to Chiwa, a girl he clearly has feelings for. It's a rare moment of warmth and it doesn't last. When Rudo comes home, he walks into a nightmare. Regto has been murdered, stabbed by a masked intruder who escapes with a mysterious book. With his dying breath, Regto tells Rudo to change the world. But before Rudo can even process what's happened, the Apostles storm in and arrest him. No trial, no mercy. As the crowd screams for blood, Rudo sees Chiwa, the one person he thought might believe him, and she drops the toy he gave her, calling him a murderer's son. Everyone turns on him, and with nothing left, Rudo is cast into the pit, the same place they sent his father. Rudo wakes up in a mountain of trash, lungs burning, chased by monsters made out of garbage. He's exhausted, barely able to move, and still in disbelief that the Spherites really dumped him down here. But just as the trash beasts close in, Rudo remembers Regto, his voice, his encouragement, and something inside him shifts. He fights back. It's here where we get to see just how good the animation is for the first time, when a mysterious man shows up out of nowhere and obliterates the beast with a ridiculous umbrella move called the Unbreaker Octa Shredder. This is Engine, a mask-wearing, umbrella-swinging guy who tells Rudo to shut up immediately and stop asking questions, which of course Rudo doesn't do. Engine drops a bombshell. They're not underground. This wasteland of trash, it's the real surface, and the Spherites have been dumping their garbage and people onto it for generations. Rudo's entire worldview starts changing. He's angry, confused, and demanding answers, so naturally, Engine chains him up and throws him into a test. Rudo ends up in a junkyard shop run by a crew that pretends to be nice, until they tie him up and reveal that they're human traffickers. Turns out, people from the sphere are considered valuable down here, but not in a good way. Rudo gets fed actual trash. One guy even brags about telling him to be dissected. So yeah, it doesn't take long for Rudo to snap. He bites off one of their fingers, explodes his rage, and suddenly his vital instrument activates. A weapon powered by emotion, drawn from something he truly cares about. He fights back hard, and just when he's about to go too far, Engine steps in to stop him. Turns out this was all just a test, to see if Rudo had the powers of a giver. Engine offers a deal. Join the Cleanest, an organization that fights trash beasts. And in return, Rudo will get answers about the ground, his powers, and maybe a shot at revenge. Episode 3 picks up with Rudo still reeling from everything he's just seen. The trash beast, the surface, the fact that Engine basically punked him into fighting for his life. Engine checks in with a friend and claims he's found a promising new recruit for the Cleaners. Rudo, who's still bandaged up, is not thrilled about being volunteered, especially when the doctor starts screaming at him, and he yells back, only to find out the crazy old man is actually a woman. So yeah, we finally get to see that this anime can be quite funny. On the way out, Engine drops a few more truth bombs about how things work on the ground. Yeah, trash isn't just trash, it's alive. The emotions people pour into objects can give them power. This can either be used to create monsters or to power up weapons called vital instruments. Only certain people called givers can awaken that power, and apparently Rudo is one of them. But Rudo doesn't really seem to care about that, he just wants to get back to the sphere. Engine doesn't promise anything but suggests their boss might know a way. Then he bounces, and sells Rudo's sphere clothes for cash on the way out. Rudo chases a thieving cat who steals his money pouch. He chases the cat into an alleyway where he grabs a stick to try to get his money back. But he doesn't realize that the stick he grabbed belongs to somebody else. It belongs to a guy in cleaner gear who claims that the stick was his. This man is another giver, and a cleaner. His name's Zanka Nijiku, and a man with zero tolerance for people grabbing his stuff. He immediately tests Rudo with an attack, and Rudo calms down just long enough to apologize, and Zanka surprisingly backs off. Rudo tries to smile at Zanka, but Zanka takes offense. Rudo grabs the first thing he can find from the trash to activate his vital instrument. Rudo doesn't realize it, but he picked up a toilet plunger. Zanka is horrified. Rudo has no clue what he's holding, and before anyone can stop him, we've got a full-on poop-slinging battle in the alley. Later in the car, Engine is crying from laughter. Zanka looks humiliated, and Rudo is traumatized. And then a girl named Rio jumps from the backseat and starts playing with Rudo's hair like they've known each other for years. Rudo is stunned, Engine still laughing, and the chaos is just beginning. Episode 4 opens up with Engine bringing Rudo and the crew to the cleaner's headquarters. Inside, Rudo meets Semiyu, a receptionist, who casually kills 2 flies near his head with a fork. Her vital instrument? Her glasses. They let her see people's potential, and when she looks at Rudo, she clearly sees something, but doesn't say what. The cleaners are a full operation, over 100 people. Givers and support staff combined. Their boss isn't around, so Rio offers to let Rudo tag along on the mission. They head out to a small town near a polluted zone, one of the toxic areas filled with trash beasts. Rudo joins Rio and a team of supporters, who help fight despite not having powers themselves. At first things seem easy, a few trash beasts ram the barricades, but Rio is completely unbothered. She keeps it calm and casual, even chatting with Rudo mid-fight. Then a huge beast breaks through. Rio activates a weapon, a giant pair of scissors called the Ripper, and starts cutting through enemies with the help of her team. When one beast lunges at a supporter, Rudo jumps in with a metal pipe, and instinctively turns it into a vital instrument. He isn't in control yet, but he's learning. The big beast takes a lot to kill, and even when cut in half, it still keeps fighting. Rio finds a glowing spot on its head, and she finishes it off, and pulls out something strange. A vital instrument, buried inside the monster. They're confused because this isn't what's supposed to happen. But meanwhile, elsewhere, one of the men who tried to sell Rudo wakes up in a dark room, and someone is waiting for them. Episode 5 opens with everybody back at the cleaner HQ, and things are a little bit more upbeat. The crew is throwing a party to welcome Rudo, but he's still hung up on how badly the last mission went. Rio tells Zanka about the trash beast from before, the one that had a vital instrument as its core, but shrugs it off. Meanwhile, Gris sits down next to Rudo and thanks him, not for fighting but for treating supporters like equals. Most givers don't. Gris asks him a simple question: what do you actually want to do? And Rudo doesn't know yet, but maybe that's the point. As the party picks up, Rudo finally lets himself enjoy the moment, surrounded by people who have his back, and he starts feeling like maybe this could be a new beginning. Just then, Semiyu gets a call. A merchant claims a trash beast stole a cargo, a spherat. Rudo joins the mission squad and the group sets out. They meet the merchant, who offers to lead them straight to the beast's lair. But something feels off. The moment they enter the building, the floor collapses beneath them. They're ambushed by a pair of raiders, who claim that they're just here to ask Rudo some questions. Gris and Folo rush to get Rudo to safety while Zanka stays behind to fight them. One of the raiders controls mud puppets like marionettes while the other one attacks from the shadows. But Zanka's no rookie. He admits he's not used to fighting people, but he knows his staff inside and out. He finds the hidden raider and drops him in one hit, then he finishes off the woman and melts her puddles in seconds. Just when everything seems like it's over, a third figure approaches from behind. It's the man with the glowing purple eyes, the one that was hunting Rudo, and he finally caught their scent. Okay, now that we've finished the first 5 episodes, we can finally go over why I think this anime is actually really good. First off, the art direction is just insane. It's got that gritty, thick line work that I really like. It's got it almost makes you think of graffiti, you know? Second, the world building is something that's doing some serious lifting. The ground isn't just a post-apocalyptic dump. It's got layers on layers and it's full of mystery. The anime also seems to have a very good balance between comedy and serious moments. All the characters seem to be very fleshed out, they all bounce off well against each other, so I'm very excited to see where this goes. But yeah, Gachiakuta's off to a strong start. The animation hits, the characters are growing, and the lore has me asking questions I actually want answers to. I'm definitely going to be reading the manga after this.